Hi, this is Tim from Thermoforming Tech, and I have prepared another Thermoforming Talks video to you. Today, I want to talk about another framework which we're using with our customers, which really helps you to clarify your project, especially in the beginning. And this is what we call the spiral approach to your economy calculation. When you're just starting, you want to know how much money you get there exactly. And answer for this question is not that simple, it's not that easy. You have to analyze so many things. You have to clarify what kind of machine you have, what kind of mold will be there, what will be the efficiency, what will be the speed, what will be the output, what will be the project economy based on your costs and everything. And then you have to put another expenses and operating things, and then you have to put taxes, and you have to plan so much of those things that if you will try to do that in the beginning, just trying to build it on the piece of paper and the spreadsheet software, I don't know if it is Microsoft Excel or Google Spreadsheets, anything else, or if you try to use some business planning software, trying to put things and trying to make the model from the beginning, especially if you don't have this experience and you never did it in the past, it's a crazy amount of work which you'll have to go through, and it's crazy amount of things which you will have to decide in the beginning. And the saddest thing that in most of the cases, this is more or less equal to, like guessing, because you don't know how it will be in the real life. You cannot make those estimations, but still you cannot just jump in the project and say, okay, we will find out what will be there on the go. So what we are offering to our customers is to go through the spiral approach, and I want to share this framework with you just to have it as an idea. And the situation looks pretty simple. First thing you have to do is starting with the calculation of the added value to the material price. So let's say you want to produce coffee lids or cross-cut lids of polypropylene. Try to investigate and find out what is the price of the material for your coffee lids. I don't know. It can be the granula or it can be the sheet, depending on what's your value of the chain looks like. But from the beginning, in the price of this lid, there is enough money to cover the material which was used for this lid. You can easily calculate if the weight of the lid is 3 grams, then you can calculate how many lids you have in 1 kilogram, and then you multiply the price and you clarify it. I guarantee you there are projects in your market which have almost zero added value to the material, or sometimes even in red numbers, because okay, we will discuss in another video why it happens, but just to give you a hint, so you can a little bit guess what we're talking about. If you have a project with 5 or 6 different products there, and your competitors are having all the same production and having all the same product range, usually the fight happens and the price fighting and the happens around 1 or 2 projects. And it's about dropping the price for the core project, like the most needed one or the one which everybody has there. And it can be around 0, and the value is generated on the other product range positions. So try to clarify this from the beginning. If there is enough money, if you see that there is not enough money, just forget about this project. Then you can switch and start calculation of totally variable costs. These are, for thermoforming, in most of the cases, the price of your material, the price of the electricity you'll have to pay, and the price of the delivery, packaging, and your agent's commissions. Again, there can be a salary if you have like motivational part, which is paid based on the amount of projects which your sales team have done, or amount of the products your production team have produced. But generally, we're talking about the material, electricity, and delivery cost. So if you see that there is enough money after you calculated this TVC, you have the added value, and it looks like you can try to go to the next step, which will be the operating expense, then you can switch there and you can try to think, okay, we'll have a plant, we'll have salary for these guys, it should be around that amount of money, and then you can make the estimation, okay, does it make sense or not? And going there slowly by the spiral, adding more costs, is saving lots of your time, because you can estimate the project and you can say, okay, we don't go this direction, we don't go that direction, we'll try to do this product because it seems that the added value there is really high and is really nice. So as the last part of this video, I want to show you how our tool layout calculator is helping to make these calculations and clarify on the spiral approach your project. So we are going to make a calculation for a lead, which is 1.5 gram, and we're going to produce, I think, around 1 million trays, or yeah, like 1 million leads we're producing, and we have 35 up mold. It's pretty big one. We are running 25 cycles, and the efficiency is around 52-53% with some waste norm. So we end up with a situation that the market's price for this product is 0.7 cents. And now we start with a simple calculation. We clarify if there is enough money in that material, and then we start to add the material itself, and we will make a calculation based on the idea that the granular price per 1 kilogram is $1.50. The sheet price is $2. It can be euros or it can be your own currency, doesn't matter now. I just want to give you an idea how it exactly works. So after we have added these material costs, we can see that price per kilogram is $4.2728 in both cases, if we have our own extrusion or if we don't. And the added value per kilogram is about 80 cents if we buy the sheet, and $2.8 if we have our own extrusion. So even now we understand that, okay, maybe in the round leads production without the extrusion doesn't make any sense to go. But as a next step, we have our calculation per hour, how much of the added value we get there. And again, you can see the difference is dramatical. And our project will bring us $70,000. And the added value above the material cost, if we buy the sheet and we sell the we sell our waste, will be around $14,000, which is clearly not enough. We understand now that we will have salaries, we will have electricity costs, we have to deliver it, so we can forget about this. Without the extrusion, on this price, doesn't make any sense. But if we will look here, with our own extrusion, 45,000 is more than a half. It's like really nice amount of money, so it makes sense to go on the second step of the spiral. And now we will add another like sales variable costs, transportation, packaging. Let's say it will cost us, I don't know, let's just put there something. So I don't know, let's make 40 cents, for example. Yep, after we have added these 40 cents on each kilogram, we see that the amount of money which we generate after we cover the material and delivery is 38,000. It's still looking quite good. So let's say that we will have electricity costs of $0.4 per 1 kilowatt. And all we have to do now is to add the consumption and output for our equipment. We already know the equipment for the thermoforming machine here is calculated, so we just add the grinder parameters, let's say 20 kilowatts for 200, and the extrusion line will take 200 kilowatts and will give us, I don't know, 500 kilograms per hour. So now we can see that there is like $30,000 of added value above the electricity, above the delivery, and above the material. Looks pretty nice, looks pretty decent. We will have to cover salary and other costs will be there for sure, which are not connected directly to our production. But even if we say that the cost will be around $25,000, as you can see, even if it will be that high, we still have enough of the money left over after covering them. And it's less than 10%, but pretty close. But if we know that there will be $20,000 costs, then our profit, and it is more like added value after we cover the operating expense, but as long as most of the things are already there, it's quite close to profit. So for sure, having $11,000 after all the costs are covered on a machine with the income of $70,000, and it is only 190 hours, so it's like 30% of our production time. Well, it looks like a nice project. So this is the way how the spiral approach works. I hope you got the idea and you can try to make these calculations by yourself now. And if you are interested in this software and you want to try to use it to clarify maybe existing projects which you have, like to make the calculations for them, or to make a calculation for your new project, this is exactly what Thermoforming Tech software is designed for and how it works. It saves your time and gives you the possibility to control over your added value and your variable costs in your project. So I hope you enjoy these thermoforming talks, and it's like somewhere in the middle between the talks and some tutorials and guides. But I really want to share this idea that you don't need to make all the calculation from the beginning. You can go step by step, and it is pretty easy. Maybe some of you after 2 weeks will see this and they understand, okay, we don't need the project, or definitely not with this price, not with this material, not with this value added chain, or not on this market. And it can save you a lot of time. So that was the idea to make this video and to explain these things to you. Thank you very much. It was Tim from Thermoforming Tech. You can subscribe to our channel, you can check our website, or you can book a meeting with us and contact me on LinkedIn if you have more questions. Have a great day. Bye.